You're listening to Sheep, where we put the funny back into the news. I'm Andrew Bolton, and with me, as always, my fellow sheepalite, Mel Fessenden. All right, and we are back with another episode.
Hello, everyone. It is me, Mel Bolton.
And it is I, Andrew Bolton. And together we are Sheep. Stole the show there, babe.
Yeah, and then I lit it on fire.
With your
vocals? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Anyways, guys, it is Friday.
It is.
We made it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank Yahweh, or whoever else you may pray to.
Yeah, I mean, he's not my first pick, but, you know.
Tom Cruise. Sorry. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Hey, he's got the touch with the aliens, so.
Yeah, Scientology. Is he still a part of that? Or did he just use Scientology to get bigger? Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, they benefited each other.
Yeah, it was a symbiotic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, guys. Well, it is Friday.
Yeah.
The weekend is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
And let us help you get there a little bit faster, okay?
That's what we do. We do it well. Maybe.
All right. Well, sorry that added an extra 30 seconds you didn't need. All right. So, for the first story of the day. Transgender cheerleader booted from camp denies physical altercation.
Is this high school? Is this college? What are we looking at here?
College.
Is this the gentleman? No, because he was doing
He's for the
pro NFL, right?
She
Right. Dang it.
is for North Carolina Panthers.
Okay. All right. I mean, cheerleaders had to have gotten into altercations before.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I assume they have really cool fights.
Am I the only one that thinks that there aren't there male professional NFL cheerleaders?
Of course, yeah. You got to have someone to throw the girls up.
Yeah.
The flyers.
I mean, I know they don't get a calendar, but yeah, there's something. There is an aspect of males. Okay. So a transgender cheerleader kicked out of a Texas college camp. Oh, just the camp. Okay, that's not bad. For allegedly choking a teammate, has denied that there was any physical altercation, claiming that she was booted from the team based solely on a dad's assumptions.
I mean, if there were bruise marks around the neck, I'd believe it.
Yeah. I got my ass kicked. By who? Could you take a gas, Dad? Is it that one?
Yeah. They match the oversized hands to hers.
Yeah. Was managed to fit all the way around with one hand, and it was a cheerleader, huh? You're like, yeah, I think I can figure out.
Yeah, I think this one would be easy one to prove or disprove, at least reporter-wise, if they had gone or found pictures of the girl with bruising around her neck.
Yeah, so we'll see. So Averie Chanel Medlock, 25. That's a little bit older for a college cheerleader.
Yeah.
Insisted that her side of the story wasn't heard before she was slapped with a criminal citation and kicked off her cheer team for allegedly assaulting another cheerleader on July 21st at Ranger College.
Yeah, I mean, she could have had a good reason for choking another girl out.
Yeah.
No problem.
No, this is where my Adam's apple is. That's what you would feel right here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was kicked off the team for assumptions because of the dad's assumptions of what happened. That seems weird.
Yeah, I don't see someone's assumptions carrying enough weight. Maybe he was a big player in the game of cheerleading. His father's got some weight to shift around.
Well, all he needs to do is be like a benefactor.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, shovel some money into the college, and I'm sure that would be enough.
Yeah, that would be the route I would suspect for him to be able to pull off something like this.
Yeah, but the dad also didn't just his daughter was clearly I'm assuming daughter based on cheerleading. His daughter was the one that told him something.
Right.
And so, either the daughter's lying or this chick did get choked.
Yeah, because I just couldn't see, because let's assume he did fabricate this tale. What would his goal be? I would assume he just doesn't want a transgender
that's the
person on the team. But like we just said, there was male cheerleaders, and there always has been.
Yeah.
So maybe she gets to go into the locker room with all the ladies.
Imagine gets
to go to the slumber parties with the pillow fights.
Imagine joining the cheer squad as a dude.
Okay.
And then you're assigned your cheerleader that you have to hold up over your head, right?
Yeah.
And you get the one with a dick.
Oh.
And so you look. All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Oh my God, that thing is massive. I can't let this drop on me. Oh my God.
It's looking at me.
Yeah. Why would you wear a thong?
My whole college lifestyle that I planned is over.
Yeah. They said I needed to be gay. I didn't understand it. So Medlock, whose real name is Averie Chanel Satchell. Oh, okay.
Snatchel.
So Averie Chanel Medlock is actually Chanel Satchell. So she changed her last name.
Okay.
So maybe a parent doesn't approve. Perhaps a Faja. Claimed she and the other girl, identified only as Karleigh Lo Siento, had an ongoing dispute that boiled over, prompting her teammate to call her father and claim she choked her. What do you think the ongoing dispute was?
I would say, let's say it was about cheerleading, honestly. I bet you the transgender girl, maybe she had a spot she won out from the other girl, or she was eyeing the chokey's position.
The top of the pyramid?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you're base.
Yeah, right? Look at those thighs.
Yeah. Well, she said that her penis is bigger than my boyfriend's, and I just... It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... let's see here. Karleigh had an ongoing dispute that boiled over. Medlock then told officers she didn't put her hands on Karleigh, but she was later cited for assault by physical contact, according to the citations.
You would need at least 3 eyewitnesses that weren't all friends.
Right. So Medlock said no one at the camp had any issues with her identity until Karleigh and her father complained. See, this is the thing that I don't understand.
Yeah, all of a sudden identity's brought into this. What are you exactly fighting about?
Right, and maybe it's because of the way this author wrote the article that it's a little maybe it was from the beginning her identity from the start.
Yeah. He could have presented it for shock value.
Right, but then you wait till later on in the story to share that, right? Mm-hmm. They knew that I was trans, Medlock said. They knew that I was different from all the other girls. It wasn't a big deal until her dad came up and made a scene. Well, I mean, according to him, he's arguing that you choked her.
Right, yeah, it's just very different stories.
I'd beat the crap out of a transgender woman that put hands on my daughter. And
right, it seems weird, because in his mind, he has to still think of her as somewhat male.
Oh yeah! As soon as you put hands on a family member of mine, my notion of saying the proper pronouns and all that kind of I'm looking
at you with an animal instinct right now.
Right. I think that there's a lot of people right now are being very polite, and even though they may not agree that you are, what is a trans woman? Well, a trans woman is a real woman. There's a lot of people that don't agree with that. About 60%. Mm-hmm. And if you ask dudes, about 99%. And it's only because they did a study where they asked a bunch of college men, if trans women were real women, and about 95% said, yeah, they're real women. And then if they were asked if they would date,
follow-up question,
they would date a trans woman, 99% of them said no.
Yeah.
And so there's this double standard where we're like, oh, yeah, you're a real woman. You're like, would you do what you would do to a woman to me? You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
There's your social opinion, and then there's your personal opinion that you better keep to yourself.
Right. And so I think as soon as you put hands on my kid, my politeness goes off. I would never hit This is maybe, yeah. I would never hit a woman who hit my daughter. I might. It's hard to say.
To go straight for choking too, for if you guys were having a spat, it just seems strange. Wouldn't you come out swinging or grab the hair?
I don't know.
I don't know if you would really necessarily go for choking.
Well, you might not go for hair because it could be a wig or a weave, right?
I mean, maybe, but even then, girls still go for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we have no line in the sand. That's why you see girls get set up to take off the earrings first.
Oh, yeah.
They know that.
Oh, this is about to get real.
Exactly.
I am telling you.
They know the other girl's going to do some shiesty stuff.
That's fair.
We're planning for the worst possible enemy.
Right. Noted. Yeah, guys have rules. We're like, no nuts. Okay. Fish hook, eye gouges, out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Girls, I don't know if you guys have those standards.
We try to present some decorum, but when it comes to winning, I think we become blinded by the fact that we want to come out on top.
I think when it's physical altercation, you guys have no rules.
No.
But when it comes to like speech and like talking to each other, I think you guys have rules. Whereas guys are the exact opposite. We really don't have rules when it comes to talking. I mean, we kind of do in a sense, but we you don't want to disrespect anybody, but it's only because there is a fear of an altercation happening. If I push a man too far and I say some crap,
yeah,
he'll eventually hit me.
Yeah.
And that would hurt me.
And that will always be in the back of your mind.
With a woman, but I'm more hesitant to say my mind, to speak my mind around a lady than I am a guy, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when we go into fights like that, we're more, because those ladies that we'll go out and we'll wear super high heels all night long.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We have the confidence to do it. We're gonna walk across a road. Doesn't matter if there's traffic coming on. We're gonna do it. We don't think things through.
Oh, that's what you're getting at.
Yeah,
here.
we're indestructible in our heads.
Yeah, there's nothing more confident than a woman in high heels in the corner of a street trying to get across.
God forbid there's cobblestone.
Yeah, but then that same woman 2 hours later after partying, that is Bambi on ice.
Yeah, she might be a smart gal. Brought some foldable flats.
Oh, those are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see here. They knew I was trans. We already got that. So Medlock was able to take part in Ranger College's cheer program camp after being legally classified as a female in Texas and changing her name about a month earlier. Medlock posted footage of what she called video evidence showing that she did not assault Karleigh, as her teammate called her a man while saying she had a penis.
I mean, one of those could have actually been truthful.
So now I have a... Yeah.
Like, did you have one?
Yeah.
Because then that's just pointing out something.
Yeah, and it was as a rock while I was choking that bitch. So her father's going around saying that I choked her out and made her pass out. What I find weird is a dad being at a college cheer camp. That's the weird part for me.
Well, that's why I think it's just a made-up story all on the victim's end.
Well, it's not the victim. It's according to this, she's the perpetrator of a choking.
She is, yes, but the father and the daughter are the victims.
Right. So she's saying that nothing was her fault.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, because she said she had recording, she had video evidence of this not happening, assuming they went through the whole day or around the time period that they said this happened, which is why it makes me think that this victim girl called her dad, let her know that she's having problems with this girl. He comes flying in from wherever. I'm picturing him as a businessman, so somewhat removed from the family.
Right, he's got a daughter that's a cheerleader.
Exactly. So he's like, I know what we can do. We've done this before. We just gotta drag her name through the mud.
Yeah, it just turns out,
Sew some lies in, put some money well placed.
So you think the dad's making it all up? Or do you think the assault happened?
Because she presented video evidence, I would have liked the author to say that it was true or not, or at least verified it.
Well, also, how do you know if it's... So, Medlock posted footage of what she called video evidence, and it was in quotes, showing that she did not assault. But you could take a video of any time. You're like, yeah, that wasn't the time that you assaulted her.
Well, that's what I'm like. I'm hoping that she got security video evidence. Because if it's a camp, it's probably got its own security system. It's probably taking place in some gymnasium.
Right. There's got to be a pervert there who's just videoing this whole thing. So if you could come forward to share this.
Hope.
Yeah. Fingers crossed that you were watching these creepy. So let's see here.
Might have thrown out the tape, though, once he realized one of them was a he-she.
Yeah, he's looking up. He's doing upskirts. My God.
We're burning this one.
It's already burned into my mind. It's too late. So her father's going around saying that I choked her out and made her pass out, Medlock wrote in the post. I was just joking with Karleigh, Medlock said in the clip. I've never done anything mean to Karleigh. So now, based on that statement, it makes me feel like she probably was just joking around. But that's how guys joke around.
That is how guys joke around. And I know that for sure because that's what my brother used to do to me.
Well, yeah, we would put you in just little like noogies, headlocks.
I know. I got the choker lock on me quite a few times.
Yeah, as a dude, you just don't understand. Until you understand the difference in physical strength between a man and a woman, you don't understand.
She might have done this. That completely turned me around.
Just by saying I was just joking with Karleigh?
Oh, that flimsy statement sealed her fate in my mind.
Yeah, for me too. Because that's what I said when I was bullying kids.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I guess, let me put it this way. I got called into the office, the school office, principal's office, for being a bully.
Yeah.
For what I did to this kid on a bus. He was a couple stops before me.
Yeah.
And he was this nice kid named Connor, redhead, I think he was like a grade younger than me, maybe two. And I was just messing around, kind of like how my brother messed around with me because I was in 5th grade, I think.
Yeah.
And my brother used to, he used to tape me to walls. He used to, wrap me in pillows and throw me downstairs just to see how, what would happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just one of those things. And I did something that I shouldn't have to this kid. Looking back on it now as an adult, looking at it as
lots of regret.
I needed to silence him.
Yeah, it's when you say a statement like that, it's kind of a slight admittance to
doing something.
Your guilt. But what you're doing is you're like, okay, I'm going to meet you halfway.
I didn't mean to do it. It was just messing around.
I might have perchance touched her.
Yeah, but I was just
playing.
wasn't
nearly as bad as what you're imagining.
Yeah, I was just playing around.
Yeah, and so they tried to kind of just make it sound a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, just because you changed your name a month earlier doesn't mean you understand the strength of a lady yet. You can't,
Yeah, we're supposed to have flimsy wrists.
Yeah, they are the fairer sex, the gentler sex.
Exactly. We grip hair, we rip out jewelry.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Stay away from the neck.
Keep those nails sharp. You're going to have to gouge someone.
There you go. So, she said on the clip, I've never done anything mean to Karleigh. Medlock called out Karleigh's father, Mike Jones, in the post, insisting that he get his facts straight. Straight as my penis. She said.
You can't resist, can you?
No, I can't. Okay? Any joke I hear or see or think of, it must be said.
He's for the people, everyone.
I'm for the jokes.
Yeah,
not so much
right.
for the people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
For the humor.
Yeah. It's anything. I'll, even if I know it's going to get me in trouble, it's just one of those things. So Jones, meanwhile, has claimed that his daughter called him at 1 a.m. while hiding in a room away from Medlock. That would be, you wake up at 1 a.m, you're not pleased to be woken up in the morning, and then to find out that your daughter is hiding in a room, even if she is just making this crap up.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this has been dramatized. I do think that she did have hands laid on her. It sounds much more sexual when I say it that way. But
oh, really? That sounded more like street to me.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put some hands on him.
Yeah, see, I think that's an invite.
Yeah, that sounds like sexual to you?
Well, yeah, it sounds like you're trying to invite someone.
Oh, usually
like giving them a warning.
What?
I am coming for you.
No, I think that's just a tone that you're putting onto it. I'm going to put some hands on you, man.
No, stop.
Stop. No, not like that. I'm going to put hands on you. You're like, you can put all the hands on me. Stop. So Jones, meanwhile, has claimed that his daughter called him at 1 a.m., right? I just wonder when this person will own up to their own actions, Jones wrote on Facebook, and stop trying to ruin our lives. That part makes me think, I don't know, because Medlock's statement about saying, I was just joking with Karleigh, makes it seem like he did do something.
It makes it seem like he put her in a headlock. I think it was the kind that cuts off oxygen from the brain.
And you probably didn't mean to. You probably were just intending to play around.
Yeah, girls have some flimsy necks.
Yeah. You know, the amount of times that Melissa's gone unconscious on me when I'm just playing.
Oh, not on you.
Oh, 4. What is 4?
No, I thought we were going back
Thank you, Alex.
I thought we were going back to my brother.
No, yeah. He choked you out 4 times?
Yeah.
What happened to the
Different occasions.
So
all party tricks.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
When did you stop?
Happy.
When did you decide to stop going to parties with your brother? You're like,
it's unfortunate there.
Fourth try. That 4th time.
No, it was he actually feels really bad now. Like, speaking of growing up and looking back at things you did when you were a kid.
Yeah, you just don't understand when you're a kid.
Yeah, so for my brother's saving face, he feels very bad about it now, but growing up, it's a weird thing I really understand the sensation of.
Yeah, he has a hard time looking you in the eyes. That's why he chokes you unconscious. I'm sorry, Melissa. I just can't look you in the eyes right now.
It just hasn't stopped. I've just stopped remembering.
Yeah. Why do you always bring a pillow when you go over to your brother's?
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's just, I always take a good nap there. I don't know.
The best.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Every time I got choked out, I always had really great dreams.
They were crazy. It was one time I had a train come through the house, pick me up. Felt like Hogwarts.
I guess a little bit.
Right?
Yeah, train. That's about it. That's the only thing related to Hogwarts.
House wasn't destroyed.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Yeah.
Magical.
Yeah. Yeah, I got choked out once in a tournament for jiu-jitsu, and what they try to do is they try to get blood, because it's a blood choke, right? Mm-hmm. So it cuts off blood circulation to your brain, and so it shuts it down. You think it's air when you're getting choked, but really it's your blood. Before you lose all the oxygen, you lose in your lungs. Yeah. You lose oxygen in your brain because there's no blood being pumped to it.
Exactly.
So what they do is they put you on your back and they put your feet above your head so they can try to get as much blood rushing to your head, right?
Oh, you had a great medical attention.
Yeah, well,
all the frat boys didn't help me out like that.
Mine was a dude in a black and white striped shirt, and he didn't speak much English. And so I wake up and my feet are above my head, and my coach is standing over me, and he goes, "How you doing?" And I go, oh, I lost, huh? And he goes, "Yeah, did you have some good dreams?" I go, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He goes, "You were smiling." And I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah.
So, all right.
So I could imagine it being scary for this girl.
I can see it on both sides. I can see somebody going, "Hey, this trans woman is bullying me," and and your dad going, "Well, I got to take this seriously because it's a trans woman."
Yeah.
If this is a regular woman, I don't have to. You're gonna say some mean stuff to her.
Yeah. Right. Let's say it was a guy on guy.
I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. It would be like, oh, and you walked it off, you're fine.
Yeah, be a grown up about this whole thing.
Yeah, I would say don't hang out with him anymore, or don't go around him. But yeah, I think it's got a different dynamic to it, because
that's totally different parenting than I would have said. By the way,
well, what would you?
Are we gonna have to talk about this right now, so that way in the future, you ever tell my son to just avoid somebody that is bullying them? No, you stand up to them.
Well, I'm just talking about at college. I figure they've already been through the elementary, middle school, and high school. Stand up to your bullies. College, you develop a sense for, I can walk out of It's a big enough campus where I can avoid this person. I don't have to have them as a part of my life.
Now you got to stand up no matter what. Even if it is...
It's probably what this guy was doing. She was doing.
Yeah, she was standing up to her bully. But she did stand, 5 inches taller. Anyways, that's why she had to choke her to bring her up to her level. Look me in the eye.
That's the eye to eye on things.
Yeah. Hey, quit your eye rolling into the back of your head. Quit it. Why isn't she moving? All right, moving along. Okay. So, we're going to France.
Oh, parlez-vous français?
I don't. No. Yes, enchanté, mademoiselle. That is and au revoir, chérie.
We're getting into Inglourious Basterds zone.
Actually, yeah, that's all the French I know is from Inglourious Basterds. Au revoir, chérie. Shoshana. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, we had this bartending, and we had this French couple come in, and the man spoke English. It was okay English, and his girlfriend or wife spoke no French whatsoever, or spoke French and no English whatsoever. And I was trying to take their order, and I was just messing around and trying to throw as much French as I can in there. Mm-hmm. And I looked at the guy and I go, all the French I know is from Inglourious Basterds. So if I call you a dirty Jew, that's on me. I apologize. It's like, I don't really know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know which word means what. I just know what it equates at the end of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wishing you a happy day and I'll see you later. At your parents' grave? Is that what that was? I apologize, sir. Enchanté. Sacré bleu. All right, so we're heading to France. So French firemen arrested and accused of being serial fire starter.
Ooh.
That's right.
It happens sometimes in those special fields.
And it's a nice change of pace to see them just starting a fire on a forest instead of women's hearts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
Assuming, they're forest fires then? I was assuming buildings.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Usually I want to say arsons.
I just wanted to make the joke about, them being attractive to women.
They're wooers of women.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would just say arsons or people that like to cause damage. They usually like to have victims or witnesses at the scene of the crime. So I would imagine more like a building.
But he's a fireman.
Exactly. So, who swoops in to save the day afterwards?
Other firemen that are on duty.
Could be.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So, a French fireman was arrested on suspicion of being a serial fire starter in a twisted bid for an adrenaline fix. Haven't you skydiving, bungee jumping, rapids.
I wonder what else he was bidding on.
Yeah. Bidding on?
Well, that's what you said. Twisted bid.
Oh, yeah. It's just I don't know. It's a phrase. It's not really. He wasn't bidding on things.
I know. I was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lo siento.
Thank you.
So, that's how that feels. Yeah. So, the volunteer first responder who hails from the south of France is accused of kickstarting a series of wildfires in the Charente region, not far from the city of Montpellier. Earlier this month, Europe faced its most extreme heat wave to date, with temperatures reaching unprecedented highs of 105 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously.
That is toasty.
Yeah, it's about Tennessee.
Yeah, true.
So about 14,000 people were evacuated from France's Gironde region as more than 1,200 firefighters battled to bring the flames under control after a wildfire ravaged parts of Europe.
So I was wrong about the building, but he probably was there to help with the fires he started.
Oh, yeah. That's what he's all about. He likes to start fires and then put them out. He's
exactly.
an adrenaline junkie. Mm-hmm. So now officials are investigating whether the 30-something firefighter dubbed Pyromaniac Fireman. I bet it sounds better.
Very straightforward.
I bet it sounds better in French.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let's see what it sounds like in French. Let's copy this. Let's go to Google Translate because, you know what? Pyromaniac Firefighter. I wouldn't buy that action figure.
Yeah, I just Yeah, I don't know what would be a good way. Hell's Flame firefighter.
Hell's Flame.
I was trying to come up with
Hell's Flame firefighter. Where's French? There's French.
Come up with some WWA names.
Ooh, WWE. Yeah, this sounds. Here we go.
No, it sounds
Pompier Pyroman. I'm probably butchering that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it didn't get better, guys. Fortunately.
No, it did not. Yeah.
They don't have the most robust, I want to say, or masculine language.
Yeah, everything sounds very
just flowery.
Oh my God, what is that? It means I am going to kill you. You go, ooh,
tell me more.
Enchanté. So the man had admitted kickstarting infernos with a lighter on May 26th, July 21st, and most recently on July 26th and 27th. Oh, he needed his fix. Montpellier prosecutor Fabrice Bellargant told the Agence France Presse. Asked about his motive, he declared that he had done this in order to provoke an intervention by the fire brigade to save him from an oppressive family environment, and because of the excitement these interventions caused him. It was more French-Canadian.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is what I came out with. Ah, damn you, George St. Pierre. It's your fault.
Yeah, so it sounds like he's not happy at home.
And so he decides to light everybody else's home on fire.
Well, I mean, he already showed a lot of just blatant disregard in the fact that a bunch of firemen are having to be called out to
and
put
risk
out these
their lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's an unnecessary risk that shouldn't have happened.
Adrenaline, he called it. These are his own words. He also said he had need for social recognition. He added, "Yeah, it's probably because he's being treated like crap at home."
I mean, maybe. He also sounds like he just has a few screws loose as a human being. I don't know if this is actually his. I wouldn't assume this is his first time starting a fire.
No, just the ones that he got caught with.
Yeah.
So the man worked as a forest engineer for 20 years and is a municipal councillor. He is charged with destructions of forest, moors, scrubland, or plantations belonging to others under conditions likely to expose people to physical harm. Speaking to BFM TV, his lawyer, Marie Barr, said he apologized to the firemen who he works with as he calls them his big family. This is someone who is very devoted to his work. Yeah, well, he finds work when there's not enough.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to say. That's like calling one of those angel of death nurses really devoted to their work too.
Yeah.
Right?
So he finds it hard to explain. In a way, he is relieved to have been arrested. He explains it as an addiction.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that guy in there. So meanwhile, former Fire Brigade Colonel Ludovic Pinegund told the outlet, by the way, I butchered that.
No.
Okay. It's disgusting to have within the organization this type of individual. Oh.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess it's
suspected
fair.
That's how they would say it.
I know, but it's like...
I never liked that guy.
Yeah. He apologized to the firemen who he works with, and he calls them his big family.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the father of the family goes, "It's disgusting to have that guy within our organization." Ow. Now he gets no respect.
Mm-mm.
Not at home, not with his big family.
Well, he's going to jail, so
he's got a bigger family.
He won't have to see either one of them.
Yes. You will now have a forced family in which you have to hold his pocket.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Start a fire in his heart.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. So moving along, but sticking with fire.
Okay.
Intrigue amigo. So, man trying to kill spider with lighter sparked Utah wildfire.
Was he trying to kill a spider in nature?
Sometimes you need to send demons back to hell, Melissa. Okay? And you got to take a forest with you.
I feel like once he killed one, he would have found another one.
How many large spiders would, like, how large of a spider, like the one from Harry Potter, since we were talking about it earlier.
Oh, that's a terrifying one.
Is that worth burning down a forest?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so, too.
That size spider, for sure. I saw, like, the babies are, like, the size of guinea pigs. They gotta go.
Oh, and those are just the baby
exactly.
ones.
They're going to spread.
They range from that to the size of a semi-truck, right?
Yeah.
You got to burn that forest down.
There's no insects big enough to feed them, so it's us.
That's true.
And our pets.
Yeah. So you got to burn that forest down.
Yeah, you got to burn those.
So maybe he did us a favor. We don't know yet.
Let's
it was
a
daddy long leg, yeah.
You know those are the nicest ones.
Somebody once told me that they were the most poisonous, but their mouths weren't big, or their fangs weren't big.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Oh, so it's a lie. It's wrong. It's factually wrong.
It can't be.
You know what nobody calls you? Snapple, because you have zero facts.
Zero fun facts. I got some facts.
You got no facts. Daddy long legs, I don't think are poisonous.
I'm checking it out.
So a man determined to kill a spider with a lighter ignited a 60-acre wildfire in a drought-stricken Utah, authorities said. The suspect, who wasn't immediately identified, was arrested Monday afternoon as 60 acres burned down between Springville and Provo. He told responding deputies he had tried using a lighter to burn a spider before the fast-moving blaze broke out. I mean, we've all used a magnifying glass on an ant. Not all of us.
I tried it once. I lost patience. So the ant survived. Also, you were right. And I was slightly right.
Oh, how does she do it?
They aren't poisonous, but their fangs are small.
Okay. I see how you worked that out in your brain. So, you're going to hear a little that's a point for me. So,
like 3/4 one.
No, that's a full point.
Yeah.
Deputies also found marijuana and drug paraphernalia in his backpack, department officials said. Okay, so, yeah, you're high. You see a spider come towards it. You've got a lighter.
Yeah, I will say, usually the weed smokers would be more in tune with nature.
Yeah, I would say that these guys would be more likely to get the spider high.
Exactly.
Usually, marijuana smokers are much more. It's a social thing,
yeah,
so
exactly.
They want to get as many people high as they can.
They put the spider in a tree. It starts making a web. You hang up your hammock, and you're 2 peas in a pod.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
They need to make that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So. Let's see here. The fire did not destroy any buildings or prompt any evacuations, the Salt Lake Tribune reported. That's because there's nothing in Utah except for those 3. All the population is in between those 3 valleys.
Yeah.
So, but the firebug's shocking admission caught the eye of Utah Governor Spencer Cox, who took the opportunity to send a message to the state's younger crowd. Don't do drugs, kids. And don't start spiders on fire during a drought, Cox tweeted late Monday.
Yeah, that had to be a silly one to put together. Like, I guess I'll post this.
Yeah, but I think people can, like for example, if this was a mammal of any kind, this guy would have been, people would have been coming after him.
Oh, yeah. Because it was an arachnid.
That being said, though, he destroyed 60 acres of wildlife, so there's probably some animal wildlife that got killed, right?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, well, what we're looking at is the moral sense of lighting an animal on fire.
If he had lit a dog on fire,
right,
there would be outrage in the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
But because it's a spider, people are like, yeah, I get it.
Most people kill them in equally evil ways.
Yeah, they usually smush them.
Or drown them.
Yeah, I'll flush one if it's in the toilet.
How I'm picturing this, too, is like, he just lights the hanging spider on fire, then the web catches, and then the web completely ignites the tree that it's attached to.
Oh, yeah, a lot of those gunpowder spiders in Utah.
Highly flammable webbing.
I forgot that's how the Chinese first invented it.
It's how their fireworks are done, I'm sure.
Yes, stuffed with spiders.
It's a terrible. That's what all those sparklers are.
Yeah. So the fire sent smoke throughout Utah Valley, where crews from Springville, Provo, Mapleton, and Utah County fire departments responded. 2 helicopters were also sent onto the scene as flames crept up to nearby mountainsides. One of the choppers drew water from a reservoir to dump on the blaze. It's unclear why the man resorted to using a lighter in his ill-guided attempt to kill the spider, Utah County Sheriff's official said. Let's be honest, guys.
We've already explained this one. He was high.
He sees a spider coming.
He's got a lighter.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
What more do you want? He goes, he tried to smush it. The spider came back to life. He tried to shoot in the head. It came back to life.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we're supposed to light ticks on fire, so it's not like it's that far of a reach.
I don't think that's where he was thinking. I think he just wanted to see what flame would do to a spider.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then it just got really out of hand, and he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I just... he must have, looked away afterwards, because I want to say you would notice something, like a whole tree catching fire, maybe some leaves.
He's
I
just
guess
breathing out smoke, and he goes, man, I am getting good at this. He goes, man, I never knew you could hotbox the world.
Yeah, look at that. I got the whole forest on.
Wow. I wonder if the trees are high as crap right now. All right, so let's see here. I bet bark is itchy. So we don't know why he was doing that. Sergeant Spencer Cannon told KSL late Monday. He has been arrested. That means somebody... You got to think that a reporter asked that stupid question.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Sergeant Spencer. We were wondering why he used a spider.
No. What was his master plan?
He used a lighter to light a spider on fire?
Let me answer that question for you. He had none.
Yeah.
There was no reason.
Well, ma'am, as you can see here, he had a lighter, and he was high as balls.
Yeah. We have a nice case of human stupidity. Is that not a word? Stupidity?
No. Tree? No. T.
What?
Stupidity.
I like the tree. It gives it a suaveness to it. Stupidity. Oh.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm on now.
Yeah, it was pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah. That's Scrabble. That's 7 letters.
You were looking at the champ recently.
I don't want to talk about it. So the man, I can't believe I lost to you. The man who was arrested east of Springville on drug possession and reckless burning charges had been in the area with his dog. Ooh, hopefully his dog is okay. Not sure exactly why he felt the need to have to burn the spider, but, all the regret in the world doesn't change the outcome based on whatever reason there was for him doing that, Cannon said.
That is the most reasonable thing that can be said for this.
Nobody knows why, but nobody was hurt, so...
Yeah.
Highly
regrettable.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
We're not moving that far?
No. I guess kind of far. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to the water now. I'm getting a little hot with all these stories.
Yeah.
So, let's go to the water. So, teen killed, 4 injured after maniac stabbed them while out river tubing.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. Why would you, I don't know, bring a knife on a tube? Seems like you're asking for trouble.
Well, I'm sure they didn't bring it. Whoever this crazy person is just decided to Rambo out of the woods is how I'm picturing it.
Yeah.
Put the knife in his mouth, swam in the water.
That'd be pretty terrifying.
Right?
And to be in a tube.
And a tube doesn't go fast.
Yeah, you can't.
I doubt you brought paddles.
Right, especially if you're sitting with your lower waist in the water.
Oh, yeah.
There's no good way.
You've got a beer koozie.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, you're not moving.
So, let's get right into it.
Yeah.
So, a Minnesota teen was killed and 4 other people were wounded after a man went on a stabbing spree near a Wisconsin river during a day of water tubing. The suspect, a 52-year-old man, was arrested about 90 minutes after the attack Saturday at Apple River in St. Croix County. Sheriff Scott Knudsen said in a press conference. Investigators believe that the victim and suspect were tubing on the river in separate groups prior to the stabbings.
Oh, so he was tubing.
Now I'm just picturing a guy just like...
At the pocket knife.
Well, I'm just picturing it with a guy just... As he's just passing people, he's stabbing them.
Oh, like popping the tubes? I would hope that's like what his goal was.
That's why he brought. That's what I would think. Why you would bring it. It's like, hey, you want to watch something funny?
Yeah, but like someone passed away, right? Someone died.
Somebody died. Yeah.
So how bad was he aiming?
Oh, there was beer there too. So at this time, we're not sure what started this incident. Knudsen told the reports Saturday night. The 17-year-old boy was rushed to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. The other victims, 1 woman and 3 men, are in their early 20s, the sheriff said. Most of the wounds suffered were to the torso.
I would think this person was going for it then. Because you can easily just aim down on the tube to pop the tube instead of going from the side.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Yeah.
So a photo taken of the suspect by a witness helped authorities track him down. Knudsen said the knife used in the attack was not located as of Saturday evening. Yeah, you just leave that at the bottom of the ocean or the river.
Yeah.
Just keep it going. So it has been a number of years since a stabbing has taken place. Maybe 15 years now, Knudsen said of the area. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that anybody who witnessed this will never forget it, he added. So it is a tragedy. It is a tragedy.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever go tubing again after that. If I had witnessed something like this.
I don't know. I think I could go tubing again.
Yeah. I would always be reminded.
Yeah. I can't go inner tubing anymore. He took that from them.
Yeah. Maybe some blow up arm puffs.
That was the first story. So this happened on Saturday. So this story came out on Sunday.
Okay.
Well, there's now a follow-up.
All right.
Okay. The stabber is claiming self-defense, which is what you would do, right? But there's some evidence to it.
Oh, okay.
So Nicolay Mew, 52, claims he lashed out in self-defense during an encounter that was sparked by a lost phone in the water on Saturday at popular water tubing destination Apple River. His stabbing attack killed 17-year-old honor student, of course it's an honor student, Isaac Schumann. Mew, who was charged with 1 count of first-degree homicide and 4 counts of attempted first-degree homicide. That seems a little harsh. First-degree homicide? That means he went there with the plan to kill him.
Yeah, I guess we got to find out what his self-defense claim was.
So following his arrest, Mew told investigators they attacked me, and I was in self-defense mode. It just seems weird to attack people on a tube.
Yeah, of all the places to
get your fix for murder.
And he had his own tube too, so it's not like he was just swimming out there with the most mobility choice. No, he's on a tube.
Yeah.
You're not catching up to someone that fast.
So so now he's looking for a lost phone that's in the water. So presumably he's staying still in the water and they're floating towards him.
Okay.
Presumably, based on his side of the story. So Mew, who is water tubing with his wife and others, and you don't bring wife and others to a place where you plan on murdering people.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so unless you're planning to also go after your own family.
Yeah. So Mew, who was water tubing with his wife and others, was searching for a lost phone in a watertight container using a snorkel when he ran into others, NPR News reported.
Okay, so you couldn't see where he's going because your head's down.
Because you're looking through the water.
And you ran into someone else who's tubing.
He was accused of looking for little girls and being a child molester as members of the group surrounded him after he grabbed the water tubes of juveniles, citing the complaint. That sounds like something a bunch of kids would say.
It does.
It sounds like, you see, when you're 18 or you're 17 or you're, from that age range.
You think you know everything, but really you're assuming a lot of things.
Yeah, you go, oh, this creeper. Instead, he's just trying to find the guy. He's trying to find his cell phone.
Yeah.
And they're going, no, he's just a creep. He's grabbing stuff. And you're like, oh, no, he just didn't see you and it was a misunderstanding. You don't believe in misunderstandings when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Everything is on purpose.
Yeah, and then you realize you're a lot smaller in the world than you think.
Yeah, nobody's, right.
Yeah, it's just if he was, there could be a chance he was a creeper. It would be a much more difficult thing to do, though, while you're, like, there with your family.
Yeah, that's more beach.
Yeah.
You go to the beach to be a creep. You don't go to the river to be a creep. But
yeah,
I guess
like,
if you're in
honey, I'm going around the bend. Won't see you for a while.
Yeah, well, or he's like, hey, drop my phone. I got to go look for it. And they're like, okay, we'll meet you at the end.
Yeah. Like, I would say there's probably, like, a 10% chance these kids could be right.
Yeah, I have a tendency to agree with an adult. That's not true. I have a tendency to disagree with people when they say looking for little girls and child molester right off the rip.
Right, especially when you guys are 17. You're almost an adult at that point. I don't think you're quite the grounds for a child molester.
But you still have the... Right.
Yeah.
So as some members of the group surrounded him after he grabbed the water tubes of juveniles, video from the incident then shows the group move towards Mew, who fell into the water, the complaint states. Before a tuber could apparently shove him again, the suspect stabbed him with a knife and then attacked others. So this guy thinks that he's on a tube and he's getting shoved around by a group of, because it sounds like 4 guys, because 1 teenager died, and 3 males were stabbed and 1 female was stabbed.
Right.
So it sounds like they were surrounding him, because if somebody has a knife, you don't go near them.
Yeah, it sounds...
It
easily sounds like a setup for these guys ganging up on him.
Yeah, kids ganging up on a man who they think is doing something wrong sounds a lot more plausible to me than kids defending a 17-year-old girl or whatever, a juvenile girl from child molester who brought his wife and kids, or wife and company.
Well, they could have still been acting on that idea, but I think it's this concept that we have nowadays for taking justice into your own hands, especially with young impressionable minds.
Well, of course, they don't trust the police.
Yeah,
They've been told that the police are bad.
So I think the guys in this group I could see them
taking the law into their own hands.
Exactly.
Yeah, I probably would have done something similar at that age.
Right, and they'll think,
especially
they'll be vindicated because he's a child molester in their minds.
Right, especially if there's some hot chick that I'm trying to impress and she's in a bikini. Mm-hmm. I've done some dumb stuff for a girl in a bikini.
But I don't want to victim blame either. But, I mean, witnesses saw them surround him.
Well, video from the incident then shows the group them move toward him. So they made the action to move towards him.
Yeah.
And you get 4, you're a 52-year-old man. Chances are they're in better shape than you.
Oh, yeah.
So one witness reportedly said Mew swam up to the group and looked at them really weird and sketchily. That doesn't sound right. That sounds like a kid saying that.
Another kid, yeah.
And at least 2 people told authorities that the altercation turned physical because Mew punched a young woman in the face. So then there is... So... On one hand, there's video evidence of them surrounding him. Mm-hmm. In another one, but the prior story said that these kids went to the hospital with stabbing wounds. Not a single one in the prior story mentioned a girl getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he did punch her in the face?
Yeah, it's just the fact that there is video evidence of them going towards him contradicts somewhat of their own story.
Yeah, it does. So prosecutors believe Mew could have walked away from the situation before it escalated. Yeah, you probably should have. But you also don't want to show your back to 4 dudes.
Yeah, they're somewhat like a pack of hyenas.
Yeah, they've already pushed you into the water. Mm-hmm. What else do you know? So on top of his self-defense argument, Mew claimed the knife used in the attack did not belong to him and told authorities his life is now down the tubes.
If the knife didn't belong to him, where did he get it from?
The report didn't mention it yet.
That seems very pertinent because if he was carrying it, it's definitely his. If he got it from one of the kids, it means they brought it out.
Right, which is terrifying.
Yeah, maybe he found it on the bed.
That seems too coincidental.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know on this one.
I also wouldn't bring my kids there anymore. There's knives in the water.
Yeah. My God. Thanks for breaking glass where my kids play. I don't know. On one instance, the video is more compelling to me than a kid saying he looked us in the eyes and was really sketchy.
Yeah.
Because I've said that about adults before. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I was like, what a weirdo.
Yeah, it turns out it was just a lazy eye.
Or it turns out that I was being a complete douche.
Yeah.
And didn't realize I was being a douche, and they were trying to stare me down because I was being a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, how many times have I you look back and you go, oh yeah, I was probably in the wrong in that situation.
Too many.
And then
it's
you get
embarrassing.
Then you get that shiver that goes down. You're like, oh God, and you just kind of Luckily,
stomach flip flop.
Yeah, you just kind of like, I can't believe I did that or I said that.
Yeah.
Like I have so many of those memories.
Everyone does, and I
have this one in particular that I think about a lot, where this girl who I had a crush on her. Mm-hmm. Her name was Madison.
Yeah.
And she was in my class, and we kind of had we had a flirty relationship. We were in 5th, 6th grade, something like 6th grade, I think. And she made a comment at my expense. She made a joke at my expense, and so then I rebutted, but I involved somebody else in it. And I always feel bad about that, because she said she was trying to say that her friend was in a bad mood. And she said, what are you, dating Andrew now?
Oh.
Because she was like that. And I said, and then there was this, he was kind of a weird kid. Turns out he was just, he was gay. Later in life, he came out as gay. But we just thought he was weird back then.
Yeah.
Because he was a 5th grader. And all he did was draw dresses, and we didn't know what.
You didn't know what to do with them.
I didn't know what to do with them. Not at that age. I didn't know what gay was in 5th grade,
no,
5th, 6th grade.
And so it's just kind of what happens. You're trying to categorize everything in your mind.
Right. And so she goes, "Oh, you're being really upset today. What are you, dating Andrew now?" And I said, and you look aged. What are you, dating Kevin now? And I always feel bad that I brought Kevin into it, because he was just sitting there.
It's a low blow.
It was a low blow. And I always that one always gives me shivers. Right? Because this kid was just minding his own business, and he was drawing really beautiful, very impressive drawings at that age. Like, if as an adult, looking back on my memory of the drawings that he had, very impressive dresses.
Yeah.
For a kid that age. And I would still be impressed by them now if an adult showed them to me, I think.
There's a little bit of dazzle that happens in kids' minds.
Yeah, there's a little, he was riding a dragon in one of them. Who wouldn't want that dress? It's, you think you're so right when you're a kid that there's zero chance of you being wrong. Mm-hmm. Right? That's your mindset when you're a kid.
Yeah.
No, there's no chance of me being wrong. But then as an adult, you start to realize, I could be in the wrong. How should I handle this situation? Because I could be in the wrong.
Yeah.
And you because sometimes you're too close to it. Like a lot of times when I'm arguing with you, I try to, I go, let's say I'm at a scale at a 1 through 10, right? Of anger. And let's say I'm at an 8, right? You've irritated me to the point of an 8 of an anger.
It's a successful day.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a valid 8. But what I try to do is I try to cut that in half and only show 4, like a 4 of anger. So I go.
That's when it irritates me. I'm like, I know he's got more.
I know he's more angry than that.
He's seething.
I need to pull that anger out of him.
That's what I do.
I don't know, it drives me crazy. Because you only... Never mind.
Are you holding back?
Yeah. You're more angry than this, aren't you?
See me!
Yeah. You're going to go to a cheerleading camp in Texas with a trans lady. I'm just going to leave you there.
We're going to get along.
Yeah.
Show her some new techniques.
Yeah. New chokeholds. The gable grip. I'll show her that.
Yeah. This one really put me out.
Yeah. It's called a collar choke. So what you do is grab the lapel and go over the shoulder.
Uh-huh.
All right. Anyways, I don't know. I couldn't tell you if this guy... I can see both sides being true for the 2 being murder.
Right? Yeah.
Because I don't see a guy going tubing with the intent to murder.
It's just, it's...
That seems crazy. If he was by himself...
For a mass attack on people, it just, you wouldn't have a lot of groundswork.
No, there's a lot of... You're not getting out of there fast.
Yeah.
You're not... You don't have a clean escape route. There's going to be cameras everywhere. The fastest you can go is about one doggy paddle faster than the two behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So,
hope for the current.
What is he doing? Oh, he's stuck on a rock now. That sucks. Police have come. They're getting him.
Chose the wrong tube.
Yeah. So it doesn't...
Should have gone with the unicorn one.
So that doesn't make sense to me. But a guy thinking that his life... Over-exaggerating and thinking that his life is in danger and just wildly swinging a knife, that makes sense to me.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that the psychopath didn't do it.
Yeah, I can see... I think it was a case of misunderstanding and then him feeling like he was endangered.
Yeah, he felt a little cornered. Alrighty. Yeah, because I've been feeling like being surrounded in a tube would probably just feel like a toddler being surrounded by a bunch of other toddlers that are in those like helpful walkie things.
Well, you got 4 boys that are in their prime.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And they're all testosteroned up because they've got chicks in bikinis.
Just one that they're all vying for, I guess. I don't know. I'm really assuming on that one, but usually that's how those groups go.
Well, if it's one girl and 4 guys, then they're losers.
All the more to prove themselves.
Yeah, that's true. All right, moving on. Okay. All right. For the final story of the day, guys. Okay? So really cherish it or listen to it in slow-mo.
Yep.
So at 0.5
Open
speed.
up a spot in your heart. It's happening.
But if you do that, you will get hypnotized because there is a bit of that in there too. So.
Never mind. Close it up. Lock it down. That's
tough.
actually one of my worst fears. Being hypnotized without realizing it.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I feel like hypnotist.
Ever since that movie?
I don't understand how they do it. Well, I've seen like live shows and whatnot via YouTube. I don't know how they do it. It baffles me. I buy into it too. So I'm worried that there's going to be like some really like good hypnotist who doesn't even do it for show's sake. That's how good he does it.
Oh, he just goes into restaurants and just
he's just a serial hypnotizer. Finding out the world's secrets.
I feel like
making me a chicken when I don't want to be.
I feel like there would be more hypnotist thieves out there.
That's a good point.
If it was if it really worked like that, I feel like there would be more hypnotist thieves. Or they're that good that we don't know about them.
Right?
I could have been robbed and I have no idea.
Exactly.
My God. I'm not even supposed to be married to you. Who knows? Damn hypnotists. What is real anymore?
Are these my memories?
Yeah, who knows? They could have been planted. All right. So, final story.
Okay.
Lollapalooza security guard.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So, Lollapalooza. I had that no problem, but security I really just baffled. Tripped, fell, ate crap. Scorpioned my own feet to my head. So, Lollapalooza security guard arrested for allegedly making false mass shooting threat to leave work early.
Oh.
I love how a security guard thinks they get to leave early if there's a shooting threat.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a shooting threat? You don't need me. Yeah, I can get out of here, right?
It's probably the one employee they would keep around.
Yeah, you're the vendors are going home. You're staying. What?
No way.
You're actually getting OT. This is going to be a long night. You're like,
yeah.
Cripes.
Fred just quit. So we're going to need you to just double up like crazy.
He could be the shooter. We don't know. So a security guard who worked Chicago's Lollapalooza. Oh, Chicago too. So, I mean, there's a good chance that there was going to be a mass shooting that week.
Yeah.
So maybe they were hedging their bets. They're like 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
So Chicago's Lollapalooza Music Festival last weekend is accused of making fake mass shooting threats to get out of work early.
Yeah, the only way he could have pulled this off is if they were like, hey, I have a mass shooting threat. It's me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, don't come to work today then.
Yeah. Why don't you stay home? All right. Take a U day.
Yeah.
It's a mental health day. I'm going to be like the Olympian, whatever her name is.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah, the gymnast.
The gymnast who did too many commercials and endorsements and turned out she hired her out too much for the actual Olympics.
Right. She spread herself too thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
I can understand that happening. But that was your job to juggle that successfully.
Yeah, she said she was worried that if she's doing such advanced techniques that if she misses, that she could really hurt herself. And I remember hearing that, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, yeah.
That's what your sport is.
I was like, yeah, it just seems a little, I don't know. Right. That always rubbed me wrong, that mental health thing. Like, I believe in mental health, but at the same time, do I think you should be applauded for that?
Well, how I think about it, and, I think it should have been a manager who manages the schedule that she had. I think it's on them and her for accepting just so many endorsements and commercials.
Right.
Like, you knew what your main goal was, which was to compete for us.
You're a gymnast.
Yeah. We don't care about seeing you in the commercials. It's nice.
Simone Biles.
That's who it is.
Thank you. Yeah, that was just sitting there for a while.
It's nice seeing you there, but for the most part, what we're really excited for is your performance.
Yeah. That's the thing that irritated me when that whole thing came out, is like, they go, she's not there. And I was like, okay, that sucks. But then everybody was like, good for her. She's so brave. And I'm like, listen, I'm all for her going, listen, mentally I'm not there. I don't feel it this year, and I feel like I could hurt myself. Mm-hmm. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I can go, all right, that's good for you for thinking, for taking care of your mental health. Good for you. Am I going to applaud you as brave? No.
Because she still took a spot too, right, on the team?
Right. Well, she competed at a later date too in the same Olympics. She just didn't compete in that one certain, I think it was like the beam.
Yeah, I think
maybe floor routine. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think she didn't succeed in what her job was.
Yeah.
And that's what she signed up for. And someone else could have taken her spot and participated in all the events.
I just think that if a guy had said that, everybody would have been like, you pussy.
It sounds like a soccer player excuse.
Yeah.
It does.
It kind of does a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my God, the wind was blowing too hard today.
Yeah. But we've all been around women, so we understand mental health is real for you guys. Mm-hmm. So.
It is, except when you choose your occupation to be a sport and you're meant to push through that mental stress.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyways, we got off topic big time.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So, by the way, it's a female security guard.
Oh.
You sexist broad.
How dare I?
Janya Williams, 18, allegedly sent her supervisor an anonymous message via text now Friday.
Sorry, I laughed like that to the mic.
Yeah, so message via text now on Friday afternoon that said, mass shooting at 4 p.m. Location, Lollapalooza. We have 150 targets.
Text?
Well, text now app.
So she thinks that it can't be traced?
Well, she is 18.
Oh.
You're just dumb when you're 18.
You are.
Well, it's not
even companies, when they say you're not traced, they're still a little tracing.
Oh, yeah. Along. Yeah, they're all tracing. China knows exactly where I am right now.
There's some fine print about what tracing means or whatnot.
They probably know everything about me. Let's be honest. So the supervisor quickly contacted their supervisor. So the supervisor quickly contacted their supervisors, and the Chicago police and the FBI were notified. When the supervisor told the team about the threat, Williams allegedly told the supervisor that her sister had been had seen a similar threat on Facebook.
Oh, good old Facebook.
She goes, my sister had also seen that. So
funny thing.
Yeah. After the supervisor asked Williams to send a screenshot of the threat, she's accused of creating a... don't you hate it when your mouth... You would have been totally fine. Mm-hmm. So after the supervisor asked Williams to send a screenshot of the threat, she's accused of creating a Facebook account under the name Ben Scott.
That was what you came up with? Ben Scott?
That's the whitest name she could think of. Let's see here. Who does shootings? White guys. What's a white guy name?
Benjamin Scott. No parent would ever name their child that.
Yeah. What's his first name? Ben.
Should have named him Michael. Michael Scott.
Yeah. And posting a message that said, massive shooting at Lollapalooza Grant Park, 6 p.m. She had to move it back because it was already past 4 p.m.
Right. She did want to get some hours in today.
Yeah. So she then took a screenshot of the post and sent it to her supervisor, prosecutors alleged. I'm going to need about 22 minutes and a bag of Sprite. You're like, why a bag? You're like, have you ever screenshotted anything? I don't understand this. So the FBI, however, reportedly traced the text now message back to Williams' IP address and iCloud, prosecutors said. She allegedly admitted to faking the threats because she wanted to leave work early.
Yeah, unless you're like an elite programmer, the internet is not on your side.
Everybody's smarter than you.
Yeah.
On the internet. I don't understand a thing about my computer, Dora.
Yeah, it's. I know there's Trojan horses and backdoors.
Mine is stuck in Spanish, and I can't change it back to English. No. Inglés. Lo siento. So she is booked into jail and is being held on $50,000 bail. Well, we know she can't afford it because she skips out of work way too early and it's not getting the hours she needs.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's going to get some community work.
Yeah, community service, and you can't call out early.
No, they're on to your game. You used your one get out of jail free card on that account.
Yeah. Early 2000s when you could have called it a bomb threat.
Yeah.
It's too late now. You can't text anything.
One thing's for sure is as an individual, you only get one bomb threat to use per individual, and you better hope you get away with it.
Yeah, but this time, nah, you sucked.
No.
Stinks. Oh, well. This is another one of those things that I've thought about doing when I was a kid. I was like, I haven't studied for this test. How am I going to get out of this bomb threat? Perfect.
Pull the fire alarm.
Just something. Yeah. But then you always just like, you back out of it. My thing was always if I was driving to work or driving to school or whatever, and I was just like, I could get out of school today if I just take on a head-on collision.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to do is just veer to the left a little bit.
I even think that sometimes for work.
I know, I'm like I don't want to go.
Slight thought.
I go, if somebody hits me right now, I'm not in a bad mood.
Come on, lady. I see you looking at your phone.
Just a fender bender that I can explain a whiplash. That's all I'm asking for.
All I have to do is do a quick brake check. This person's not looking.
Oh, the temptation. But then they turn off before you make the decision, and then you go, probably for the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys and gals. Thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Sheep. And as always,
stay classy out there, everyone.
There you go.